Good morning Grade 12's, goeiemôre Graad 12's, welkom by die Graad 12 Afrikaans Eat webinar. Ek gaan net nog so 2 minute gee vir mense om in te skakel. I'm just going to allow 2 more minutes for people to still join. Yeah, I see there are still people joining. Please use this time to download the handout that was uploaded for you in your control panel, then I'll see you shortly. Morning Grade 12s, I think we can start. I don't see a lot of people still joining. So I think let's not waste any time. This is going to be a very short webinar this morning. So you can use the rest of the time to catch up on some work. Okay. I'm just going to go through the basics again with you. I'm Carla Lamprecht and I'm the Education Specialist for Afrikaans at Impact. The organizer this morning is Serena Jordans. She's in the background, so you won't be able to see her. She might answer some of the questions if you ask it while I'm busy with the presentation. Okay. Then if you are struggling to hear me, please make sure that your audio is turned on and your speaker volume is turned up. You'll automatically be muted when you join the session. That is so that we don't hear everyone's background noises. Should you have any questions, you can ask your questions in the question box in your control panel. Please feel free to ask questions as I do the presentation. You don't have to wait for me to finish the presentation when you ask your question. I will answer them afterwards. I don't unmute learners to ask the questions. I've learned that it wastes a lot of time. Some learners put up their hands by accident and then I unmute you just for you to say that it was a mistake. So we don't do it like that. When I'm done, I'm going to read the questions out loud for everyone to hear and then I'm going to answer it for everyone to hear. If after this session you realize that you wanted to ask me something and you forgot, please send an email to academics@impact.co.za. Then I'll answer that question for you. You are encouraged to ask questions. Please don't ask any irrelevant or inappropriate questions. If you do, that might result in you being dismissed from the session. And also, I just want you to know that I cannot see you and I cannot hear you. So I don't know if you are busy taking a sip of your coffee or if you're quickly running to the bathroom or if you are in your pajamas. I don't know, I can't see you, so don't be worried about that and you don't need to ask my permission to quickly go somewhere or fetch something. I cannot see you. Okay, then please make sure that you download the handout that was uploaded for you. And then please make sure that you subscribe to the Impact YouTube channel to get the recording of all the webinars that's been done throughout this lockdown. Okay. Then what I'm going to discuss with you today is your first poem, that is the Thumela by Almay Barnard. Then you can go to page 34 of your second study guide if you want to follow with me. Okay, page 34, bladsy 34. Okay, you'll remember the previous webinar I did, I gave you a summary of everything that needs to be done and make sure that you know what's going on. I'm going to still keep it here for you just to refresh your memory so that you don't have to go back to your notes and try to remember at what presentation did I give you this information. I'm going to keep it here. If you do printouts of the presentation, just don't print out this page again if you already have it. Okay, then I'm going to read this poem to you. So you can just sit back, relax, and listen to me reading. Before we get started, I just want to make sure that everyone is able to hear me and with me. So just put up your hand, please, so I can see you. Okay. I see some of you did not put up the hand. I wonder if you know where it is. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, going to read it to you. Okay, Thumela deur Almay Barnard. Totsiens meneer, het jy geskree en vir oulaas gemaak ernstig na 'n kennisgewingbord met hordes sportaankondigings en lyste eksamenroosters wat jou nie meer kon raak nie. Kon raak gestaar. Jou boeksak toe met 'n wille tol deur die lug ingeskiet en 'n geskiedenisboek gepos sodat die blaaie verward oor die verlate skoolvierkant saai, terwyl jy lachend om 'n hoek verdwyn, gemaak geskok, het meneer weggedraai, maar ek het bly wonder of dit vir jou dan niks beteken. It's a hard poem, although it won't take us long to discuss it. It's quite a difficult poem to understand if you are very uncomfortable with Afrikaans. So I want you to focus today. I'll try and make it as easy as possible for you. Let's just first go through the words that you might have found a bit difficult. So it says, totsiens meneer, that's greeting. So jy sê, bye meneer, that is goodbye sir, your teacher. Het jy geskree. That jy that you see there is the learner. So the teacher is saying that the learner screamed, totsiens meneer. Okay. En sê het, en vir oulaas means for all time's sake. En dan gemaak ernstig means he pretended to be serious. Okay. Na 'n kennisgewingbord. A kennisgewingbord is a notice board that you usually have at school, and they usually have a wall that they call the kennisgewingbord. So where they communicate sporting events. And here they say that the kennisgewingbord, the notice board, was vol hordes sportaankondigings. Hordes is hordes, a lot. Sportaankondigings. Sportaankondigings is sporting notices, okay, sporting events about what team played against who, when. Okay. Dan gestaar means to stare at someone. A boeksak is like a school bag, a bag in which you put your school books. Met 'n wilde tol is with a wild spin. So they're saying that he threw his school bag in the air with a wild spin. Okay. Die lug ingeskiet en 'n geskiedenisboek gepos. When you in Afrikaans, when you say iemand het iets gepos, it means that they threw it with force. Okay. Verward, if someone is verward, it means they are confused. Oor die verlate skoolvierkant. A skoolvierkant is the quad where learners usually come together in the morning. That's where they assemble for the day to start. Okay. Verlate meaning abandoned. There are no children anymore. I hope that you are getting a feel of what this is about. Okay. Gemaak, geskok, it means that he pretended to be shocked. Het meneer weggedraai. He walked away. The teacher walked away and pretended to be shocked. Okay. Maar ek het bly wonder. That ek is the teacher or the speaker in this case. So the speaker wondered if nothing of this meant anything to the learner. So this is how you can see this is that it is the learner's last day of school. So the learner screamed to the teacher goodbye for all time's sake, pretending that he's very serious and standing in front of the notice board with a lot of sporting event notices and list of exam schedules and that couldn't bother him anymore. Okay. So that he's talking about what he did with his school bag. He threw it in the air and his history book went flying over the quad that is abandoned. There's no kids anymore because they went home. It's the last day of school. And he went, terwyl hy lachend, meaning that while he was laughing, he just disappeared around the corner and the teacher pretended to be shocked by this behavior and he turned away and hy het weggedraai en weggeloop. Okay, but he kept wondering if this school year meant that little to this learner, of het niks vir hom beteken nie. Okay, guys, can I just see hands again? We had some trouble with the audio this morning. With learners not being able to hear me and my speaker not working. So I just want to make sure that I can hear, that you guys can hear me. Okay, then let's look at the title. It says Thumela. The word Thumela in the title is a causal word that means to send away, om iets weg te stuur. Okay. Dan die typografie, that means the structure of this poem. Die typografie van die gedig is uiters funksioneel. It is good function. Daar word gebruik gemaak van inkeping, that's indentation. That is the white spaces that you see in between the verses. En het dui ook tydsverloop aan en die oorgang na die volgende gedagte. So that white spaces that you see also shows how time has moved along and also shows you that you're going over to the next thought or to the next thing they are going to discuss. You will see that there are no stanzas in this poem. Although there are no stanzas in this poem, we can still identify 3 different parts. So daar's 'n deel 1, 2 en 3. Die eerste deel van hierdie gedig is reël 1 tot 17. Verse 1 to 17 is seen as the first part of this poem. Here they deal with the learner's actions. What is the learner doing? He's screaming goodbye and he's throwing his book through the air and he's staring at exam timetables and sporting notices, but it's not relevant to him anymore. It doesn't bother him anymore. But so they're explaining the learner's actions. Then the second part of this poem is verse 18 and 19. This deals with the teacher's reaction to the learner's action. What does the teacher do? He pretends to be shocked and he walks away. Okay. And then the third part is verse 20 to 22. This is where they deal with the speaker's thoughts. What is he thinking? He is thinking that could this mean so little to this learner that he has this attitude towards finishing school. And I know most of you would have been there. Last day of school, you're so glad you just want to burn everything. Okay, deel 1. Totsiens meneer, het jy geskree en vir oulaas gemaak ernstig na 'n kennisgewingbord met hordes sportaankondigings en lyste eksamenroosters wat jou nie meer kon raak gestaar. Jou boeksak toe met 'n wilde tol die lug ingeskiet en 'n geskiedenisboek gepos, sodat die blaaie verward oor die verlate skoolvierkant saai, terwyl jy lachend om 'n hoek verdwyn. Okay, you will see that they are using the plural form of the words. Okay, like saying sportaankondigings en examenroosters en lyste en blaaie. They are using the plural form, and that is to emphasize the thing that this boy has been confronted with throughout his school year. Okay. You will see throughout the poem there is a repetition of a R, the double A sound, so the R sound, that is assonance, and this is to bind the poem together. Okay, you will see that it is in verse 3 and 5 and 7 and. So you can just spot them all here. They might ask you what is the reason for the repetition of the A sound. It would be to bind the poem together. Okay, then when you look at reel 5 and reel 12, I made it green for you. You will see in reel 5, there's a repetition of the O. Okay, hulle noem dit opeenhoping van vokale. So we know that die opeenhoping van vokale is assonansie. Okay, so in reel 5 sien ons dit is die O, en in reel 12 sien ons dit is die E. Dan in reel 8 en reel 14 in verse 8 and 14, you will see that there's only one word in that entire line. We call that alleenplasing. Iets is alleen geplaas, alleenplasing. Dit is wanneer 'n woord of 'n deel van 'n sin alleen geplaas word. Why do they do that? They do it to emphasize, om te beklemtoon. Please remember that. They will ask you what is the function of alleenplasing. Dit is om te beklemtoon. Okay, dan klank na bootsing. That is when words are used to copy sounds. You will see there's quite a lot. Reel 10, 11, 13, 14, 15. Remember that klank na bootsing doesn't have to be zoom. Brrr. It doesn't have to be so straightforward. Okay, so they say in reel 10, 11, 13, 14 en 15. So in reel 10 sal dit wees die wille tol. Tol sal die klank na bootsende woord hier wees. Die lig inskiet en gepos en saai. All of those words is die klank na bootsende woorde. Dan kyk ons nou deel 2 en 3. Remember, this is not a stanza. There aren't any stanzas in this poem, but we can still divide it into parts because they all deal with different stuff. Okay, so now we are going to discuss deel 2 en deel 3. Gemaak geskok het meneer weggedraai, maar ek het bly wonder of dit vir jou dan niks beteken. Okay, reel 21 en 22 is 'n apostroof, die tegniek om iemand in die gedig direk aan te spreek wat nie teenwoordig is nie. So he is directly speaking to someone that is not here. Of dit vir jou dan niks beteken nie. So he is he's telling you as if the person is there but they are not. Okay? We are going to deal only with verse 21 and 22, yeah? Reel 21 en 22 is 'n klimaks en antiklimaks. Feite word stygend belangriker of minder belangrik. Okay, so maar ek het bly wonder of dit vir jou dan niks beteken. Yeah, I think you might just want to go read up on that. I didn't put an example here for you. No, I should have done that. Okay, reel 21 en 22, 'n retoriese vraag. A rhetorical question is when you ask something as a question, but it's actually a statement. It is a question that you ask, but there is no response expected. Okay, you should be familiar with this. Of dit vir jou dan niks beteken nie. That is actually a question, but he's saying it as a statement. Okay. Okay, guys, that's it. It was very short. So please let me know if you have any questions. Let me just quickly open it here. Will Impact still be marking the revision June exam? No, we will not be marking it, but we will be discussing it in a webinar. Okay, so you're going to write the exam and then I will go through the exam with you and see where you went wrong, and we will mark it like that. It will not be marked by Impact, formally marked, since it's not counting for your SPA. Okay, guys, I see you don't have questions for me this morning. Okay, that's not a problem. Okay, if you think of any questions that you would like to ask, please remember that you can send me an email to academics@impact.co.za. I just want to quickly check. You are asking me if I can please explain line 18 and 19. So in 18 and 19, they are dealing with the teacher's reaction. They say gemaak, geskok. They actually turned it around, because in Afrikaans you would say iemand het gemaak of hulle geskok is. So now they say gemaak, geskok, where it should actually be turned around. Like gemaak, wat geskok is, then that obviously, yeah, let me not confuse you by doing this. Okay, so it means that the teacher pretended to be shocked. And he turned away, he turned around and he walked away. Die meneer is weggedraai. So he pretended to be shocked by how this learner is reacting. They're saying that he pretended to be shocked. They're saying pretending because I think the teacher is so used to learners acting this way when they don't have to go to school anymore. It's the last day of school or the last day of matric where they no longer have to go to school ever. So the teacher is pretending to be shocked and hurt, and he turns around and he walks away. And then they say, maar ek het by wonder, that ek is the teacher. So he keeps wondering if this meant nothing to the learner. I hope that answered your question. Okay, guys. Okay. If you remember that you wanted to ask me something, please send an email to academics@impact.co.za, and then I hope this helped you, and I hope that you guys are a bit calmer now that you know that the June exam will not be written, and that you can just focus on preparing everything and getting ready for the end of the year. Good luck with all the rest of the webinars and with the work that still needs to be finalized for you for this year. And then I will see you again in 2 weeks. Okay, guys, bye.